Hi guys, so we're going to be answering my CCR questions. So without further ado, let's get into it. We are joined with Mano, the cat, today. So the first question we have over here is, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? So the first thing that we need to understand is, when we're playing with a horror or thriller movie or any conventions, is that the film basically builds up by focusing on a single character in a quiet and everyday setting, making his isolation feel eerie and isolated. So, as the mystery unfolds, basically, the tension slowly rises, and the audience is hooked, and it has all of its attention. So, instead of relying on typical horror movie elements such as ghosts or jump scares or loud noises, the film basically creates fear through, subtle details and mystery. It goes slowly. So, the real horror basically comes from the feeling of being watched rather than something that threatens you suddenly. So, it goes slowly and it builds up more suspense as we carry on, because there's no sudden threat. So as we go forward, we slowly get more into it, and it's an unsettling feeling. So basically, the real horror is that the feeling of being watched. With our movie, we basically wanted to take the usual things in everyday life, and turn the ordinary into something unsettling, something eerie. So what we did was that we began the film from a boy just playing video games. I'm the boy, on his console, and it's slowly the events that follow that will start the jarringness, the strange events, the unsettling emotion. So right when the mystery box arrives, the actor, gets a text message from this random number, which leaves the audience on edge, and so as the main characters. Though the thing is, there's no clear answer to who's behind this all, which only adds up to the fear and leaves this lingering mystery even after the story ends. So that's how we basically took everyday life, the ordinary life, into something unsettling through, it started off as normal events, but the upcoming events made it very much unsettling and left the audience on edge. This brings me to my, third, I think, my third sub-topic regarding this question, which is that tapping into modern fears and youth culture. So by youth cultures, I mean what's popular amongst the youth and the modern fears in the present youth. So the film reflects on a growing fear amongst young people and the unsettling idea of being watched or tracked down by an unknown presence. So the moment the boy receives the photo of himself just a few minutes ago, it confirms that the idea that someone is watching him, mirroring the real world concerns and privacy and surveillance. So his focus on video game also highlights how technology is a huge part of everyday life, but also how it can make people oblivious to what's happening around them, what's going on in their surroundings. And that's it for question number 1. Moving on.